going to be a dreadful place. And I'm going to go live straight away. A little bit late into this game. Fantastic having to join up last second as we switch around 2 wins point of view. So Deliberate Murder versus Unknown on Level Up TV.
Red leads.
And it's the ClanBase EuroCup 26 quarter-final. The winner will face Lemmings Effect in the semi-final. And wins. Just getting pummeled there in the back, actually.
Yeah, big fight of that first quad, which is right this second.
Well, let's see if we switch to Ickhards. He picks it up. Trying to rush through this doorway. Does take out Tox.
Yeah, Tox has done a good job to kill the supporting player for Ickhards, but not able to take out the man himself.
Yeah, just rushes across this side of the map, the mega side. Can't actually find any of the Unknown boys at the moment. Though that is a nice rail headshot. Takes out Wins and Tops. 2 Colwyn players, of course. 2-time DreamHack champions on LAN. Oh, takes out Hazard and then Tox in quick succession.
Yeah, and he still has quite a bit to work with here. Has to be careful with this rail, obviously he is available, but
his teammate
support
coming
from
into
a
ball.
teammate.
Yeah, that was Pavel there. Tox off the spawn. Eliminated, and they're just starting to get in a roll, picking up these frags into that domination point, or where they get the whole run of the map, and they don't need to worry too much about it. Nice bit of LG, very accurate on Tox there, who didn't hit a single bolt of plasma, I don't think. Pretty comfortable frag on Wins as well. They look so comfortable, 102.
Yeah, the dangerous thing for them is that Ickhards is able to defend this red on his own, and you know what that's going to mean is it's going to mean Deliberate Murder, the rest of their team, as we so often see, they'll be putting the pressure on elsewhere.
Well, there is Gerper just catching him out around the corner. Split second reactions with that shotgun, gets in the frag, but Fortune avenging his teammate's death. That is an amazing rocket on Win, so controlled.
Really nice.
And Gerper is schooled to the same extreme there. This is a great start for 102 at the moment, leading to the second quad, and you kind of think, you know, Unknown would be looking to want to get this quad to just stop the rot.
Well, absolutely, need to put an end to this momentum. Going to be difficult though.
Yeah, 5 seconds and 102 are already in position to lock this one down.
There's no chance, they have no chance to get in.
It's great work by Fortune. I mean, just pushed Gerper back from being a threat. Didn't manage to damage to Pavel as well, as he bluffs the jump round the corner. Already a sizable gap between these two teams, and with this squad, Pavel can really deal out some serious damage. He's got Mega to his name now as well, shotgun in hand.
And even though he's not making kills, I mean, if you follow the console, his teammates were picking up kills even while he wasn't able to find anyone. Continue to do so as well, and that is not a good sign for Unknown.
We've seen how good they can be on this map from the previous EuroCup, I mean the grand final. 4 really close, tight maps, and they absolutely annihilated Cito on this map. So Unknown are a known Deliberate Murder are a known quantity on this map as being a very strong. Wow, I don't know why Pavel chose to dive on that. Maybe he just thought better get it now before any more come hurtling down. And now it's just slowed down a little bit, at least from our point of view. That's great shotgun work. Gerper didn't do any damage there with his.
Good dodging, yeah. I mean, Railer and a shotgun are coming in, and he takes no damage.
These are not weak players he's against.
I know, these are some of the best aimers in the scene he's up against. On their day, at least.
There is Mega health in the hands of a teammate. We've seen Pavel so many times just control that Mega for the whole map, despite his team also controlling the red. 20 seconds before quad. He's going to get the last red. Just delaying it.
He obviously wants it to come up at a certain time. So that the quad can perhaps have to fight its way out of quad and come back to the red.
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. Is he going to get in quad in time? He is going to grab this quad. It's really nice play. Oh, and Hazard misses his rail shots. Every single Unknown player dying there. Wins frags as well. This is insane.
Look, that delay you put on the red disc, how well's that working out now?
Wow, he's a genius, Pavel. Look at that. Perfect timing. This is the absolute top tier of Quake play we're seeing here. That's missed those rail shots though. And he's rushed there, but they don't come out on top. Unknown. Oh, Wins in trouble here. Good rocket saves the day for him. And now we're following the Frenchman, Shootmania champion.
Excellent.
As he can't replicate his Shootmania success there in that moment.
No, and his team is in serious trouble, this. I mean, we're 6 minutes in almost, and they are 40 frags behind.
2 frags in 2 seconds.
Wow, you would never expect this. I mean, before the tournament started, we talked about this. There's so many people. Look at the lineup. Unknown could play. That's a great frag by Immortal. And they would say Unknown are probably the favourites. I mean, the potential talent they've got on that squad is insane. But this is what happens when you've got a really strong team like Deliberate Murder who can play together, and they are playing so well in this match. They are dominating Unknown. Unknown, so often, so many of the players, you see them without a weapon. They just can't get one. Look at that, again, I don't think I've seen Tox with a weapon. So Immortal just having to avoid that machine gun damage. He's going to catch anybody coming up across on the bounce pad. I mean, all he has to do is just delay them, and this is an easy quad pickup for 102. There it is, in the hands of Pavel. Stacked player, Tox up the bounce pad. Again, no weapons.
And it's not the first easy quad they've picked up either.
Oh, look at the perfect timing for the lightning gun as well. Oh, takes a rocket to the face. That'll stop him in his tracks. He's got to be careful about this one as well. Oh, doesn't hit great LG, but he does manage to get the frag and Wins in the end.
I think the teammate he had with him was just enough of a distraction for Wins that he didn't hit his rockets.
Tox fragged again. How many times have you seen Tox die already?
I mean, when's the last time he played any TDM disc? I mean, as all-time a great player as he is, he's coming in against one of the absolute best teams around.
And Wins picking up a frag there. Wins has been one of the top players in this tournament so far. I'd say he's hauled Unknown through a few games where they haven't looked their best. With his expert play, let's see if he can start bringing something back here. Those grenades putting him in his place there. Couldn't challenge for the red. I'm not really sure why he was trying to go in there so hard though. A little bit too risky.
They have to try and put some pressure on this 102 team. Innovator, they couldn't continue to just let them take the red freely and continue to push out and dominate the map with it. But as an attack, it wasn't strong.
There we go, Gertler just clearing out this rail basement. He's really not quite hitting all his shots though. And we're back on Immortal's point of view. Nice bit of LG.
You could just see how free he was to just run around the map, not even seeing anyone in important areas like this lightning gun.
This is a pretty insanely large gap at the moment. I mean,
It really is. I mean, you kind of always think that regardless of how good the team play of 102 is, you'd never think that the individual ability of Unknown would result in this. You'd always think they'd be able to stave off this kind of score
hold their
difference.
own, not get overrun, but 102, you know, they're all strong individuals themselves. Some of them you could class as strong, maybe. As Unknown. They are looking for a pause though, as there's a 999. There it is. We can't actually look at the scoreboard, annoyingly.
Nice.
Nice rocket in the air there, flickering about.
3, 2,
Spinning in the air as well.
fight.
Immortal is a very nice player to watch though. Some of his moves around the map, straight in there for the mega health. I feel like Unknown haven't got focus on any item, but it is hard to tell whether it's just the pressure of Deliberate Murder. And we've seen it time and time again from Deliberate Murder. If you let them pressure you and just overrun you, it's really hard to get control and get a grip back in the game. We're now following Tox. The machine. As we've seen over the years, insane technical ability. His aim's incredible. Just passing off that rocket launcher to Wins. But I mean, we've seen, you know, teams this season like Lowfly really constrict this expansive gameplay from 102, but they're nowhere near doing that at the moment. Unknown. Great plasma there. He does eventually get overrushed though because he's on his own toxic.
Yeah, he's on his own against 3 players, and as amazing as Tox's aim is, you know, it would need to still be even better than it is for him to be able to take a situation like that.
It's a 50 frag margin now, just over halfway into this first map. I would never have predicted this.
I'd love to be able to look at the damage outputs as they stand at this moment in the game, because, you know, for a score like this, you'd have to imagine that the damage being dealt by the 2 teams is so different.
Must be astonishingly different. Finally, Unknown get a very clean quad, in fact. Hazard with it. This time he's got a double stack red as well, shotgun in hand. I don't know why he took that route. He's just put himself in a very vulnerable position. Oh my god, he didn't know it's Ickheads, and he's lost all of his stack. Does pick up 2 frags. I think he's pretty fortunate to have team support on that occasion. But eventually taken out by the Rocky. I don't know why he took that route, Lord.
No, it's not a route that often works out well, is it? I mean, so many angles you have to be concerned with the moment you come out of that corridor into that open area. You know, you have to think about 3 completely different angles and different heights as well, which makes it even trickier.
And plus, I mean, you're actually running into a very large expanse of which the main area you'll be in has no key items in it. There's no point to it in terms of strategic play. You wouldn't stand there in the game, would you?
No.
So, yeah, Pavel just disconnecting, lagging out there. Maybe that's why we've seen a slowing down in the control 102 have been dishing out over the map. Maybe that's why they missed the quad even.
Possibly.
But still, it is a 50 frag difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. I mean, you can just see that the main problem for Unknown is that they're often so isolated from each other. And when the teamwork of 102 is just coming up against individuals, you know, no matter how strong those individuals might be, there's not really much they can do. That is the essence of TDM in the end of the day. You know, you have to fight with your team. You have to, every action you take, team needs to be a part of it, really.
I got told that it's plus scoreboard in console, but it didn't bring it up. So I don't know.
Don't risk it, man.
I've already tried it, it didn't work.
We're nearly 12 minutes in. You'd have to timescale through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think we'll leave that for now then.
3, 2,
They still want the pause though.
Okay.
Apparently it's plus scores. Do you want to try
Okay.
it?
No?
I don't want to get trolled. Go on, try it, or you can always fast forward through quicker.
Whatever. Go for it.
Plus scores.
Yeah, it is. So at the moment, you know, you've got Ickheads and Immortal and Fortune.
2.
Ickheads and Immortal up near 5k damage at this point. There's nobody even close to 4,000 damage. Sorry, only Tox has done 4,000 damage. But at the same
really?
time as doing that, he's got a minus 25 net. So
Wow.
he's doing damage in situations where, you know, he's not making the kills.
That was always
he's on his own.
Very often his role in the old lineups was damage dealer, but he had players around him that were making that worthwhile. On this occasion, doesn't look like that's really working out as a strategy. This is Deliberate Murder's map pick, so you would expect them to be strong on this map.
Yeah, and they've taken 18 reds this to the 8 of Unknown. They've even taken more megas and yellows. And they have just a small matter of 2 minutes extra quad time.
2 minutes.
So really not much is going Unknown's way in this game.
10 seconds until this next quad. Fortune moving in. It looks like a fairly comfortable control of it. Again, Ickheads, who's having a great game. Trying to just force his way through Hazard. Hit a nice amount of plasma there, but it was a doorway shot, so you'd always expect that he'd actually get the kill. And that leaves Ikez just to rush around the map and be a real threat again. And Hazard's going to go off the spawn. Did grab the 50. That could work out as quite a significant factor in the survival of this squad, but it's not going to have any actual impact on the game. At this point, well, it's basically it's well and truly over, isn't it?
62 frags of difference. Not really any chance to bring this back. Not with the level of play we're seeing from Deliberate Murder.
Brilliant. We're talking about a mercy limit in the spec chat. You can see there. Cookie, team manager of Deliberate Murder, allowed on server because he's streaming.
Who'd have thought we'd be discussing mercy limits? You know, against unknown. You'd think they'd be the team to dish out the mercy limits.
Yeah, but throughout this cup they haven't really performed that well, and when you meet a truly world-class opponent,
yeah, because these aren't just, you know, this isn't just a good team. This is a good team with good individual players as well. Pavel, you're not going to get much better than Pavel in the scene at the moment.
They did have a disappointing performance at LAN, but you know, they seem to have picked up from that point. I mean, that carried through to their online play, but I mean, this game so far, they have been perfect. They have been so good against a very tough opponent, in theory, on paper. I don't know, I can't give enough respect. Look at that rail by Pavel, just diving around there, catching out his opponent. 5th impressive for him, red armor to his name. 10 seconds to go before the next quad. There's 3 quads left. Will we even reach all those 3 quads? And it is quite a feather in your bow to get a mercy limit against this squad of players. Can they do it? That's what I'd be focusing on if I was 102. Don't let the pressure drop. Gerper does pick up this quad though. Can he reverse the trend just that little bit? Get a bit of momentum going for the second map for Unknown's favour.
You'd think that he'd need to pick up some frags. He's got 2 already, but he needs to get some more just to lower the possibility of a mercy limit in this first map.
Just move around the map there. 102 are, for the first time on the map, I think, or on the back foot.
Yeah, it looks like it, but you know, with their ability as a team to fight and win back areas, you know, you can't imagine that it's going to be that way for long. I mean, you can see at the end of his quad run already, Gerper's in a situation where he's, you know, looking vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, from that quad, what are the objectives? Win over red. He effectively did that, and then he's looking for frags. Are they going to get the next red? They
Other than
very
the
well
red, though, if you win over the red, and
LG.
then get towards either of those major weapons.
They didn't seem to do that. And they might be down at the rail basement now, but they missed out on the red armor.
Yeah, but Gerper, you know, he's the only one there. You know, it can't surely only be down to him. You know, in a map where they've been under so much pressure, they've got an opportunity to take the next red, and he's the only one really there.
Let's put this into context as well. It's not like these are inexperienced players. I mean, Gerper's played for XT for years at the highest level of TDM. You know, he's LAN proven. It's the same as Wins and Tox. They won with Colwyn on these very maps at DreamHack. They're 2 times champions in TDM at DreamHack.
Absolutely.
Tox finalist at QuakeCon as well. You know, they're not weak TDMers by any means. They're veterans. They're the top tier themselves, and 102 just schooled them completely. They've embarrassed them.
This shows you how important the team play is. This is a team depth.
That was a good rush. You see it there straight away, but look at that frag by Pavel. 7th impressive as well. It is. It's more important, the sum of your parts, than the individuals themselves following Wins at the moment, who I think many teams would want in their squad, and he's looking like he doesn't know what to do here. 60 frags is the margin. And he just has nothing he can do. He's just got grenades, no teammates around him, he's completely surrounded, no weapons coming up.
Yeah, nothing he could do other than just put as many grenades out as possible.
And Fortune, that's a great bit of plasma play. I mean, I'm always impressed by Fortune's rockets and plasma. It's always exceptional. Top's going aggressive there with the rocket launcher. Whoa, nice rocket. And he finishes off machine gun. That's really casual play by Tox.
And Tox has maintained good damage output. He's keeping up with the top 2 players on Deliberate Murder's team, but he sits on a minus 38 net dis to do it.
Wow. Seriously. I mean, at least, you know, if he's going to be competing in these duel events coming up, kind of suits him that he's doing a lot of damage individually. From him have him anyway. Well, catches Wins out who... Well, sorry, Wins caught him out, but nice reactionary rail.
I mean, a lot of players there, they'd got caught out by Wins and they'd have never even fired off a return shot.
They'll be quivering in their seat.
1 minute warning.
Doesn't look like it's going to hit Mercy Limit. Here's Gerpa. With this quad. Easy kill on Fortune. At least if they can keep it out of the Mercy Limit.
Really needs to be careful about those rails. I mean, these players hit such tight shots.
Oh my god! What the hell? Across the map, Plasma from Immortal. Ravaged Gerpa with the quad there. He couldn't do anything about that. He was in shock. He's going up against 3 players here, Immortal. In fact, everybody's having a big fight over the quad area. Not quite sure why. Last 10 seconds of this map.
Yeah, a map that has been entirely dominated by Deliberate Murder. No.
Start to finish.
Oh yeah, from the first couple of minutes, Unknown were just never in this game.
Red wins.
Only 1 frag short of a 60 frag difference.
Wow.